Hi guys, I'm Catherine.
Hey everybody, I'm Sabrina.
Welcome to Flush. So today we're doing episode 2. We're going to be talking a little bit about Sabrina's coming out journey. So let's go ahead and start in the beginning. How did it start? Is it something that you had in the back of your mind and one day kind of just clicked for you? Was it something happened in your life and everything on your views of your attractions changed?
No, so ever since I was little, I already know. I would say by the age of 9, I was already like, something's different about me. I'm not like my other friends. I grew up with, I have 2 brothers, 2 sisters, but I mainly grew up with my little sister and my 2 cousins. Everybody's a girl. So I was always around females, right? But being around that, I was able to realize I'm not like them. There's something, I thought something's wrong with me because I don't want to dress like them. I don't talk about boys like they do. I don't feel all the stuff that, like, because we're growing up and like your cousins are like, ooh, I have a crush on this boy. Or even my little sister like, ooh, this little boy is so cute, blah blah blah. And growing up, it was even hard for me to say, like, we used to watch Disney Channel all the time, right? And it was even hard. Do you remember Phil of the Future?
Yeah, but it was okay. I didn't like it that much.
It was alright, but all the girls thought he was cute. And I remember saying, like, nah, he's ugly. I always said, nah, every guy's ugly. Every guy's ugly. Even if I thought they were cute, it was so hard for me to admit, like, he's a good-looking man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I realized that's wrong with me. I want to wear shorts. I want to wear a tank top. And I want to look like my boy over there. Because I thought, like, he looks so cool. And I want to dress like him.
Yeah.
But I can't because I'm a girl. And girls don't dress like that. So in my head, something's definitely wrong with me. And on top of that, I felt attracted to girls already.
So not that you wanted to be a boy, you felt like a tomboy, kind of like you didn't feel like you fit the girly girl
Yes,
department of
exactly. So I was definitely a tomboy. I used to say, no, I'm sporty, because I could not, because growing up in a religious home, don't say that. You're not a tomboy, you're sporty. That was my way out. No, I don't want to wear a dress. Why not? Because I'm sporty. I wear sweats. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I knew that was wrong with me. And then I felt attracted as I started to get older. I understood why am I attracted to this girl right now? She's my friend. I'm not supposed to want to hold her hand.
Yeah.
But I want to. And she's talking to me about wanting to hold another boy's hand. Why don't I feel like that? So a lot of anxiety. A lot of, holy crap, this has to go away. This is gonna go away. This is just a phase. I'm just being dumb. This is just something that I used to think everybody feels this. I can't be the one in a million. Everybody must feel this, but it didn't look like it. So I always knew I was different. It never went away. I just didn't know what's happening, and I thought it was wrong. You could not be gay. The way I was raised, it's wrong. It's against God. So we cannot be gay. Even if you feel that, you need to pray it away. Pray the gay away. It's gonna go away. You gotta believe it. It's a weakness. So I thought this is my weakness, and there came a point where as I got older, I wanted to kind of dress up and all that, and I thought, nah, that was just a phase. So now I'm gonna be straight. But it didn't occur.
It didn't occur.
That was just like, so the point is, I knew since I was little.
So you felt like it was a sin, you were doing something wrong whenever you had those thoughts in your mind that you were attracted to a girl.
And my mom, my mom is a very pretty woman, right? So she always, and she likes for, obviously she's a mom, she wants her kids to look good. She wants to buy them good clothes. She wants to make sure everybody's like, even my dad, she makes sure he's always like good looking, wearing a good shirt, matching his pants. So she was always like, wear this. This is such a nice shirt. This is so nice. And I remember one day she noticed that, like, I'm still wearing those shorts. I'm still wearing a tank top. I'm still wearing a low bun. That's a sign, everybody. If your kid's wearing a low bun all the time, be careful. It's coming out. But look, there came a day where she asked me. I was 9. She asked me, Sabrina, if you could, would you be a boy or a girl? And I I said I would be, if I could, Mom, I would be a boy. Not that I wanted to, just because I thought you're too young to understand why you're feeling like that. So in my head, I thought, I guess I want to be a boy because I want to be just like those boys, and I want to like girls. So you have to be a boy if you want to be like that.
Yeah.
That's the only way. And I told her that, and I remember she was very upset. And that's when I said I will never say this again.
What did she say anything to you, or?
She just said, I can't believe you said that. And I was like, I'm sorry, Mom. And then that's it.
You probably felt so guilty.
I did. I felt guilty. I felt like I broke her heart. And I was like, I'm not gonna break my mom's heart. This is stupid. So we just acted like it never happened.
Oh my gosh.
You know? So that's how I knew.
Tough.
I knew already. I knew I was different, but only later in life was when I okay, I'm definitely I accepted it.
When did that happen for you? When did you accept it?
When did I accept it? When I was 22.
Do you know how that happened? Do you remember like a day, or was it like just a little bit over time? Like you met someone that was openly gay or something?
No, so I went to arts high school, right? So I always had gay friends there. I had gay guy friends, gay girlfriends, but I never got with a girl, ever. I never did anything. I always thought this is wrong. So, but I remember as you get older, it gets stronger. Because obviously you're growing up, you're getting your hormones and all that. So I remember saying, this doesn't go away. Why do I still feel like this? And it's funny because I used to always say, no, I just want to be her friend. Right? But I only want to be friends with the pretty girls. So that was another sign, like.
As hell, Sabrina.
Huh? Yeah, I know. So I always want to be friends with the pretty girls, and I just always thought, no, that's in my head. No, blah blah blah. Continue, okay? But then it took a long time. Imagine that, 22 years. 22 years, you know what you're feeling, and you can't accept it because the way I was raised, you cannot. That's not right, okay? I don't believe that anymore, but according to back then, that's not right. So, I met someone, okay? And we were best friends for a very long time. And I didn't realize that I was falling in love with the person, okay? But there came a point where I was like, yeah, I'm in love. I fell in love with this person, and I want to be with them. But before I could even allow myself to think that, I had to think like, okay, if I'm feeling this way, it doesn't go away. I already tried to pray it away. I already tried to do vigilia. What's that called in English? Vigil. I already tried to talk to boys. I already tried this. I already tried that. I already wore dresses. I wear this. I wear that. I wear heels. Why doesn't this go away? Right? Yeah. And I decided to look for a mentor. I was like, there's got to be another answer. Because I was a good kid. I was a really good kid. I was the worship leader. I played the drums. I had pleasure. I loved growing up in church, right? So I started speaking to like other spiritual leaders with different views, and they showed me a different way, and it made sense. Because I'm tired of seeing so many gay friends tell me, Sabrina, I tried to stop being gay. It does not go away. It doesn't go away. And don't come and tell me to be alone forever. Don't say that. Don't say that. Because then, why don't you do that? Why don't you not have a wife? Why don't you give up a family and just be alone, right? Celibate. That's what they call it. You do that. You tell me how you feel. So
I remember how many people I told to do that when I was in church.
Messed
That's
up,
so
right?
damaging. God, I feel so bad for how many people how many souls I crushed.
And it's not fair because it's ignorant.
Yeah, it's so ignorant. It's ridiculous.
But people, it's almost like when it's not personal, people don't really care. So unless it's your kid, you're not gonna really care about that. Because who cares about the gay people, right? So unless it's your son, unless it's your nephew, unless it's your niece that you really love, that you raised her, then it's like, hold up, maybe we're off. So because she's a good kid, and this is not her fault.
Yeah.
So after I came to that conclusion of this is not wrong, this is normal. Yes, you can love God and be gay and be blessed. And I was like, okay, that's the answer.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel it in your heart. It's not something that I even talk to people about. I'm not gonna debate you. I'm not gonna convince you.
Mm-hmm.
It's just respect it. You don't have to agree with it.
Yeah.
You just have to respect it. I respect you as a person. I may not like your husband. I think he's a douchebag, but he's your husband. I'm gonna respect you for that.
Yep, exactly.
So respect me. Respect my relationship, right?
Exactly.
So only after I accepted myself, and it was hard, and after I felt God loves me just like this, then I said, I'm gonna, this is me. This is who I am. And then I came out basically.
And how did that feel to come
What?
out?
To
Like,
come out?
was it like one day you told this one person, and after saying it out loud, it was like, wow, that feels amazing. Like, this is who I am, or did it like just slowly over time, like, okay, this feels like me, or how did that go for you?
Well, for me, it was like this. I went to church on a Friday night, and I remember it was the worst feeling in the world. I remember knowing this is the last time I'm ever gonna sing here. This is the last time I'm gonna play guitar. This is the last time I'll be able to look at my drummer and tell him, because I love music, right? And I love worship. And I remember this is my last day. And that feeling of because I knew I was gonna tell my parents after that service. So the feeling of looking around the church, knowing all these people are about to judge me, and I have to leave my team, I have to leave my friends, I have to leave the place where I belong. When I led worship and I would come up on that stage, I knew this is where I belong. It's like you run a show. It's almost like, Queen, the band.
Yeah.
When Freddie Mercury steps on that stage, he's gonna run a show. And that's where he's supposed to be. So when I would go up on that stage, I knew that this is
You were
where
home.
I was home. And I had pleasure. And I loved my team. I taught the drummer. I taught the drummer how to play drum. Right? He was like my project. Right? He was my baby. And me and him were just one. And I didn't even have to look at him. He felt it. And sometimes I would look at him and I would smile, and he knew, okay, I'm building. Or I would look at him and I'd like, do your solo, and he knew. So we had this deep connection, and I knew that was the last time that would ever happen. That was the last time I would ever look at my guitar player and he would play the solo. That was the last time I could ever tell them back to the top. And walking in that day and doing all that, it was very emotional, but it was almost like I had to just kind of be a little bit cold about it. Because, what am I gonna cry the whole service, So, whatever. And then at the end of the service, I remember my heart's pumping like, holy crap, now is the hard part. Now I'm gonna go home, and I'm gonna have to call my mom and dad to my room in the attic, and I'm gonna have to sit them down. I'm gonna have to look at my mom, and I'm gonna have to say,
Oh, you did it that night?
That night.
Oh.
I knew I was gonna do it on that day. Because this is the thing about this. This is the thing. There comes a point where I'm gay is about to burst out of it. It's like, it needs to come out. There's no more time to wait. There's no more another week, another day. You're panicking.
That day was like the last straw for you.
That was it. And I remember I got home, and my mom and my dad went to eat. They went to eat at the bakery, and then I remember that exact day actually. They got home, and I was already in the attic. I was already like praying. I was like, God, please help me do this, because I'm about to break them. This is it. This is the worst thing you could ever say to your parents. And my parents are pastors. So, Mom, can you come upstairs? we're Brazilian, que foi, Sabrina? No, tô fazendo roupa aqui, I'm cleaning clothes, whatever. I'm like, no, I need to speak to you. Bye, Dad, come, I need to speak to you too. And I could feel that they already knew, like, something, she was about to say something.
Yeah.
So I come in, I'm like, oh, sit down. I have a couch in my room, sit down. And I have to talk to you guys. And I know my dad's like chill, but my mom's staring at me like,
She knows something about it.
What is this girl gonna say? And I sat down and I was like, so I've been going to therapy, because I did go to therapy for OCD. I had like severe OCD. I've been going to therapy, and I spoke to my therapist. I've been talking about this with her, and I'm just gonna say it, right? And I was like, I'm gay. Dead sad. My dad just stared, and then my mom was like, what did you say? And I had to repeat it. I was crying already. I was shaking. Like, I was shaking. My body was all shaking. I was like, I'm gay, Mom. I'm gay. It's a therapist was talking to me, and that's a big reason for my OCD, of all my anxiety. I'm gay. And then my dad was like, não tô entendendo o que ela falou. I'm not understanding what she said, because I said it in English.
You think he legitimately like didn't understand?
I think
what
he was
you were
confused.
saying?
Like, there's no way she's saying this. You know what I mean? So like, he probably thought he misunderstood.
Oh my gosh.
And then my mom had to say it to him. Ela tá falando que ela é gay. She had to say it. And I remember he was on blank. He stared at the wall and he didn't know what, he couldn't even move. And I remember my mom saying like, you're not gay. You're not gay, Sabrina, you're not gay. I was like, no.
Complete denial.
Like, just no, you're not. And I was like, Mom, I'm telling you, I'm gay. I've known this my whole life. And I was like, and I'm sure that you knew that, Mom. I'm sure that you knew this. And she said, well, when you were younger, I had my doubts, which is like that time that I told you, that I only wanted to wear shorts.
Yeah.
And she's like, I had my doubts, but I thought, no, you're not. Like, you're fine now. And I was like, no, I'm gay, Mom. And they asked me a bunch of questions. But they said, we're gonna, and then my dad said, I never suspected it. He was like, I never thought this. You don't even look gay. But I think like when like your family that sees you all the time, they can't see it.
Okay.
But all my other friends that I know, now that they know I'm gay, they're like, yo, I always knew you were gay. They'll say, you're gay as hell. You always look gay. So I think it's in denial, and it's also a shock. And I remember my mom cried, my dad, he teared. Like, it was sad. It's just for any parents that are watching this, if your kid is gonna come to you and he says that to you, that is the hardest thing. That is the hardest moment of his life.
For sure.
That's harder than anything else he ever had to say or do or even experience. Like, it's harder than going to a hospital to see someone in desperate condition that you love. It's like, it breaks your body. It breaks you. So if your son or your daughter ever comes to you and says that, just hug them. My parents, like, they were in shock, so they did hug me afterwards, but they said, they basically were like, you're a little, it was a lot for them. You're confused. We're gonna get through this together. We'll go to therapy. We're gonna help you, and let's just keep it at that. Okay?
If I can, if I can add on to what you're saying, I think if a child comes out to a parent, like you said, like it's a lot for them. It's completely shocking. You know, the child that you thought you knew is someone different. They feel different things than you thought they felt, and they're attracted to different people than you thought they did. Their lives are changing too. It's drastic. But if I can tell a parent one thing, is to keep in mind that as much as it is a change for them, it's more of a change for you.
Yeah.
If you see what I mean, like, your entire life that has been a lie is completely changing. They're starting all over again. Mm-hmm. So, you know, cut them a break. Like, don't give them shit. Even if you don't believe in it, you know, take a minute, take a few days if you need to, and then talk to them. Try to understand it. Even if you don't agree with it, try to understand it, because they're still that person that you love.
That's
But
the
yeah.
that's the thing though, Kat. When it comes to being gay, it's almost like, to me, I wouldn't say all, but most religious parents who are strictly believe that it's wrong to be gay,
Mhm.
it's better to get pregnant than to tell them that you're gay.
Yeah, it's like one of the worst.
Not that that's something to be ashamed of. I'm just saying, like, it's better to. What did you say? You grew up like me.
Well, yeah, I would
Isn't
say
that the
like,
worst thing you could ever do?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like there's like a meter for all the sins you can do, and
that's the
for
ultimate.
one of the ultimate, like, you're gonna have your own spot in the pit of hell is being gay. It's like, might as well have a demon in you. It's the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I remember my dad prayed, right?
Mm-hmm.
They did say, "We love you. You're our daughter. We love you. We don't understand. We don't accept it. We don't think you are, but we love you, and we'll get through it together." But after that, it becomes very hard.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's what I tell him. I was like, I can't do worship anymore. Why not? Because I'm gay. I'm telling you. You can't. Look, once you come out of the closet, don't go back in the closet.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing you can do. You're gonna have to come out again. No, you have to come out again. I know some parents who like ignore it, and then the kid,
They have to come out all over
they have
again.
to come out all over again.
Like, hey guys, I know we did this, but I guess we gotta do it one more time to get the message.
So don't let them put you back in there. Okay,
No.
you out. You're out. You're out. Don't jump back in, because the second time is even harder. And they agreed. They said, yeah, if you're going, they said, are you going to be in relationships? And I said, yes, I am.
Mm-hmm.
And that was devastating. And I think the hardest part is the idea of a marriage, of bringing your daughter to a man and having kids and a white dress. You know, that beautiful picture that every dad and every mom paints of their little girl, that gets crushed. And I think part of it, they think like everything changes now, which it doesn't.
Not at all.
It's almost like, I might wear a dress, I might not wear a dress. I'll definitely have kids. If I want to, I'm going to have kids.
Yeah.
You know? You can still do that. If you're gay, you can have a wedding.
Of course.
Like every gay kid wants their parents there, but most of them probably are not there. You know? But sorry, I got off track. What was it that you asked me?
No, that's okay. I think you were touching on it, and I don't remember the question. But we were definitely talking about you talking to your parents, and how they said that they wanted to pray the gay away, basically, but still try to work with you. But how did that go? Were you still living? Because you were living with them, correct?
Yes.
Were you still living with them for a while after that? Did they still welcome you in their home?
I lived with them May, June, July for 6 months.
Okay.
After I came out. I actually came out 2 days before my birthday.
Oh, no way.
So that was, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then on my birthday though, they were like, let's go to the movies. Kind of trying to like, but here's the problem. I came out, I can't be in worship. I can't do this, can't do that. So I was like, I'm gonna focus. I was finishing my bachelor,
Okay.
right? So focus on school, do all that. I was still going to church on Sundays and Fridays. I don't remember, but I remember, no, I don't remember. I think I started going to a different church. Because I was gay, right? And I was looking for a place where I was welcome. There's no reason. Why would I keep going to the I love my dad's church. I grew up there. I love it. But I can't keep going there if there's no place for me.
Yeah.
If there's only a place for me if I'm not gay.
Mm-hmm.
If there's only a place for me to do what I love, if I have to be fake. Or just reject that part of me, which I can't reject it anymore. So I went to a different church, and it was just a lot of, with my parents, back and forth. You think this way, I think this way. And I started to realize, if we keep going at it, it's not gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to ruin our relationship. We are going to ruin our relationship. So I decided to move out. I moved out in November, which was 6 months later. I found an apartment, lived by myself. Life was rough.
How did that go?
Life was rough. For the first time, I had to pay rent. I had to pay bills. I didn't have a stable job because I had a part-time job because of school, which I was teaching. And a lot of my students also left, probably because I'm gay, because most of my kids were from church. So I lost that, and then I was doing Uber. And I would wake up at 5 a.m., do Uber till 8 a.m., be in class by 8:30.
Oh my gosh.
After school, I'll be in school till like 4, do Uber again, go home, and then the next morning I would be grilled in class because I didn't have time to practice. And my teachers were tough. So it was horrible. It was horrible. Like, it was suffering, and it shouldn't be that way. It should not be that way.
Did you have anyone supporting you? Because obviously your parents didn't really support you.
At that moment, no, it was just me. I had to figure it out.
That's tough.
It was hard. It was a lot of not sleeping and Ubering middle of the night. Sometimes I'll Uber till 3 a.m. Just because like you need to pay rent.
That's tough.
So it was difficult.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, how about now? If you feel comfortable talking about that, how's your family with you? Is it still the same struggle?
It's like this. Now, I'm with someone. I'm in a relationship, right? And obviously it's a girl. My parents don't approve of that. Any relationship with a female is not approved. So this is how it works. They love me. I am welcome in my parents' house, but my love person is not. My significant other is not. And I can go over on Christmas, but my significant other is not. I can go over on Thanksgiving, but my person cannot come over. So it's not fair.
No.
And it's almost like I can't have both, but everybody else can have both. As long as it's a boy. You could be at your family's and your boyfriend can be there and everybody's happy. Now I can't. And I believe that parents have to understand that your kids come with a package now. It's not just them anymore, it's them and the person they love.
Yeah.
And as much as you don't agree with it, you have to respect it.
It's respect, yeah.
You just have
Really
to
what it
respect
is.
it and love them unconditionally because you're not going to change them.
Yeah.
If they're going to change, they're going to change, but you're not going to change them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can't love someone and not respect what they believe in.
So I think you can't accept half of your kid. You can't accept a piece of them and reject the other piece. And I know that it's really hard for parents, like pastors, that believe that it's wrong, that like they think like you're going to hell. And I know that must be very difficult, and I understand that because I used to think just like that. But I believe that it can't be like that. You have to accept your kid 100%. You have to accept who they love.
100%.
You don't choose who they love. They choose who they love, and we don't choose who we love. We fall in love. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fall in love with this girl or this guy. You magically fall in love with them. So it is what it is. And as harsh as that is to say, as hard as it is for a parent to hear that, it is what it is. You need to accept your kid. You need to accept their relationship. You need to accept it, not agree with it. Just accept it and respect it.
Respect it. It's really
Because
what it is.
it's not fair.
You can't love someone and not respect them. It's so important. But so obviously your family treated you different. Do you feel like, because when you came out you kind of made a statement with your hair, do you feel like that was because you came out, or?
Well, I had been already wanting to shave my head off. So I was scared because I loved my hair and like big curly hair. And my dad really loved my hair. My mom too. Even when I cut it, when I shaved it, I gave the piece to my mom because she wanted to do extensions on her hair.
Oh really?
So I gave it to her. But it was a sense of freedom. It's kind of like, this is me. It's not even about like now I'm gay. No, it's just like, this is me. This is who I am, and I love it. That's it.
It was probably like how you started changing your outfits.
Mm-hmm.
Like you started buying like.
I started buying
boxers.
clothes that I actually wanted to wear.
Yeah.
Because I always thought like, damn, I like that shirt that boy's wearing, but I gotta buy this shirt. But this is in the female section. And now I can wear whatever I want. I can go to work in heels, or I can go to work in a suit, or I can wear boxers, or I can wear sexy underwear. I can do whatever I want. It's free.
You're free.
I'm free.
Yeah, that must feel so good. So refreshing.
It is. It's like I've been in this cage, and now I can be me.
Yeah.
But most people don't like it, right?
Well, I wouldn't say most. I mean, I don't know.
I guess
I
old
wonder
people.
what your old circle.
Yeah.
Wouldn't like.
They would say this is a tragedy.
Yeah. But so what would you say is the hardest part of your journey?
The hardest part is missing your family. Is missing your mom. I miss my mom. I miss my dad, my little sister, my aunt, my cousins, like everybody. I have a cousin, Pam. Pam fully accepts it, and she doesn't agree with it. Like it's not something that she understands, but she accepts me, and she said, "I want to be a part of your life, and I know that to be a part of your life, I need to accept who you love." And she chose that.
That's amazing.
That's the one person I have in my family. So I never even told her this, but that was everything. That, like, I always tell people, like, yeah, I have a cousin though that she loves me fully. She loves the whole package. She respects it, and she chose to be in my life, and I think that's the only way you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to choose the whole thing. You
Yeah.
can't choose a piece.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And she knows that because she's had many gay friends in her life.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess because she's experienced all that, she knows like that's the only way.
She understands.
And she doesn't have to agree with it. And she's not gay.
Yeah, you don't have to agree with that.
So
More
that
perspective.
so the hardest part is like wishing that I can go with my girlfriend and just be a part of my family. But I
Just
can't.
be at Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, and just have that and just be able to be 100% me. Like even like it's a shock for them to see me now because of how I look, and that's already like it's difficult on them. But imagine how I feel in the atmosphere.
Having everyone look at you like that.
Well, my family's very like they love me and like they're very welcoming and all that, but I know how they feel. I know that they're thinking, man, what happened?
Mm-hmm.
You know. So that's the hardest part is that, and some days are hard and you cry and you really want a relationship with a real relationship. I'm talking about like real mom, dad, family, my family all together with my new family. You know what I'm saying? But it's not my choice.
You never know. Maybe, hopefully, there'll be more understanding. Like, hopefully, more people in this world will be more understanding of. But is there anything else you want to share about your journey before I ask you one last question?
No.
So, if you met someone right now in your shoes, someone who is gay or even just confused, and they know the reaction they would get from their parents if they said something like that and they had to be closeted, if someone were in the shoes that you were in, what would you say to them? What would you have done, or what would you have done differently if you could have done something differently?
Okay, well, I'll answer that. What would I have done differently? I would have accepted myself when I was younger. And I feel like in today's world it's a little bit easier because you see it more. But I would have accepted myself, and I would have embraced who I was and loved that part of me, because it caused too many problems. It caused OCD, it caused anxiety, it caused stress, it caused confusion all the time. It's a lot for a little kid to be feeling all that and not being able to understand what the hell is happening to you,
Not having someone to even ask
Yeah.
what is happening.
And not wanting to ask because you're going to hell. you know? So take it out. It's gonna come out, you know? So I would have accepted it. I would have said it a long time ago. A long time I would have just said it, and I would have lived better. I would have lived better. I had a good life. I did. Back then I loved my life. I loved my family. I loved church. I loved all that. But I would have loved me more. I wouldn't be trying to please everybody. I wouldn't be at weddings like, oh my God, I gotta sit like this. I forgot. And then like I've gone to weddings and like I'm wearing heels and a dress and looking great. And I remember like being in the corner like, and I'm like, oh damn, I gotta straighten it out. I gotta go like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So all of that anxiety would have gone away if I just accepted it. You know? But for a kid in my age, for a kid in my shoes, I would say, love yourself, accept who you are, embrace who you are. It's okay to be confused. It's okay to not know, do I like boys, do I like girls, am I bi? You don't need those answers. You're young, you don't need those answers. Talk to a mentor, talk to someone you can trust that's going to give you good advice. Someone that's mutual, someone that's not going to give you religious advice, someone that's going to be there for you emotionally. An older person, maybe like a guidance counselor. And be yourself. Be yourself. You want to date someone, date them. Explore wisely.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a hoe. You're not going to be a hoe. But you want to date someone, you're confused, okay, how'd you feel? Great. Or if you already know, no, I like girls, that's it, okay, you're good. And come out to your parents when you're ready.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think that's such a great point. It's okay to be confused. Find someone that you feel safe to talk to and talk about it. But you don't want to survive this life. You want to live this life. You can't live if you're not comfortable in your own skin, if you're not figuring out who you are. Life's going to be miserable if you keep going on as a person that you're not truly comfortable with. But yeah, Sabrina, I love your story. I love your bravery. I'm so proud of you, of how far you've come. I really am. I'm so proud of this girl. It's ridiculous. We hope that you enjoyed the story and maybe educated you a little bit about what it means to be gay. If you're a parent that's confused or something like that, I hope this encouraged you to come out. If you're a little afraid of coming out, we encourage you. We support you.
Yeah, you can call me on myself.
Yeah, seriously, we totally support you guys. If you ever need any advice or again, if you guys are interested in giving us topics that you want to hear about, we totally love to hear that. We really enjoyed sharing the story with you guys today. Thank you for watching and stick around to see what else we got for you.
See you later.